Welcome to the Take a Pause podcast. And in today's version of our lovely podcast, we will give you a restaurant review. Each week we will go to one of the most renowned restaurants in downtown Hammond, go get the full experience and relay it to you, our darling viewers or listeners, whatever platform you receive this on. So, this week we went to Paws Pizza. That's Paw with an O and a U, not P-O-O, because otherwise it wouldn't make sense as the name for a restaurant. Yes, Hydee?
Yes.
Hydee says yes. Because it's a Paw, because they pour beer. If
Yes.
you're over 21. If you're under 21, they
Like
know.
us.
Unless you do it secretly.
Hello.
But we don't encourage underage drinking.
No.
Of course. Okay. So, we go to Paws Pizza. I show up. Heidi's not there yet. Because Hydee is slow.
I was early.
No, you weren't.
I was early.
I was there, and I had to wait for you.
For like 5 minutes. Not even.
Okay.
You went extra early. Okay, y'all.
Despite Heidi's
up.
tardiness.
We were supposed to meet at 6:30, right?
But then I told you 15 minutes before, I'm going so
Okay.
long. No, they said the trivia starts at 6:30. The reservation was for around 6:30, so we could get there before 6:30, so we're not late for the trivia.
I wasn't late. I was there before the trivia started. I was there by like 6:20ish.
It was after 6:20.
It's not.
It
Not
was,
that
because
late.
I left at 6:15. And I was there at around 6:20. I was there before you. Okay, we're going off on a tangent. This is not the point. Despite Heidi's tardiness, it was a wonderful experience.
That was
Let's start off with the food. Now, we had their pizza of the month, which was the Korean barbecue pizza,
right.
and we had their pre-fly for a white pie pizza,
Yes.
of which Hydee only partook of the pre-fly for a white pie.
Okay, well, to explain that, I'm a very competitive person and trivia started, so I was very, not anxious, but my adrenaline was pumping and I just couldn't eat because I was focusing on winning, which we didn't do, by the way. We got, last place?
Probably.
But I did eat it later. Philip let me take home both of the pizzas that he didn't eat, that he didn't finish, and they were delicious. They're
Cool.
gone.
Yeah, okay. Glad to hear that. Not a waste of food. But she also didn't take the full version of the pre-fly for a white pie because she's like, oh, I want the pre-fly for a white pie, but I'm going to remove these two things. So, in my personal opinion, getting the full experience. The pre-fly for the white pie, very good pizza, very cheesy. Like, you don't even have to ask for extra cheese. If you get the pre-fly for a white pie, you're getting definitely your money's worth in terms of dairy. It's basically a very if you think Italian, quintessentially Italian meat pizza, it's that but more fancy. It has prosciutto and baby spinach and baby
garlic.
tomatoes and the garlic. So it's like a very fancy pepperoni, in essence. Except it
Right.
has the spinach and stuff added onto it.
And what was the meat? I don't think it was pepperoni. It was like salami.
No, I said prosciutto.
Oh, prosciutto.
Yes.
Sorry.
Listen.
Right,
Listen.
Yes, sir.
And then we had the Korean barbecue pizza.
That
Now,
was good.
it's a good pizza, but it's not that distinct in terms of flavor. It's not like when you, I don't know, I've never been to a Korean barbecue, but when I ordered the Korean barbecue pizza, I was expecting a sweet and sour soy type deal. But it was more so a tangy mayo with beef and onions and stuff so very good pizza.
And if you're not used to spice, it kind of hits a little. I'm not much of a spice person, so whenever I ate it out, you said it wasn't spicy, so I was like, oh, it's not going to be spicy. Then I took a bite, and I guess it was a little bit more than I thought. Not that it's 6 or above in spiciness. It was kind of mild,
Oh yes, on
but, I
the
wasn't ready.
abstract spiciness scale.
Yeah,
a
but I
6,
was
yes.
not prepared for the spiciness.
Okay.
So.
Well, then, so if you're not someone who likes spiciness, it might be a bit spicy for you. Then you can stay with something like the pre-fly for a white pie. But they have a large variety of unique craft pizzas, even one with walnuts on, which I actually wanted to try. But seeing as we were sharing pizzas, Heidi was like, no, nuts on a pizza is weird. That might be even worse than pineapple. But I thought it sounded interesting. But in any case, we're definitely going to try them again. Now, the atmosphere of the place.
Oh, yeah, it was beautiful.
Yes, it's a beautiful setting. especially the patio area, which we
Yeah.
sat on. It has this beautiful veranda, and I wasn't sure, did they have like ivy that came over the veranda? I remember something like that
Yeah,
vaguely.
they had the ivy and the lights that went up to the
Yes,
top.
they had these large globed fairy lights,
Yeah.
which is also beautiful, and the aesthetic on the inside is very indie new age type of artwork, and like the general aesthetic of the inside. So it's definitely a very very chill place, and like we said earlier, if you are of the legal drinking age, then there's a lot for you. They have a bunch of craft beers. I was like, if I was back in South Africa and I was like, because it's legal there, I would order everything. I would like make sure to do a taste test.
Then I would have had to carry you to your...
You don't know my limits.
I am so sorry for assuming if you have one of everything, they had like over 20 options.
Easy. There, easy. In any case.
Alright.
Yes, I am a connoisseur of the craft beer.
You're a heavyweight.
That alliterated, and I did not even do that on purpose. That just shows you I am a genius. And slightly conceited also.
Very.
Yes. So, atmosphere, very good. In terms of the service was good. The guy, the waiter that came by, he came by regularly, and he always made sure that we were fine.
Yeah, had to
Asking
top off your water. I don't know how many times.
Oh yes, I do drink a lot of water. Yes, water.
Did you just make fun of my accent?
No, it's made fun of the American accent, not yours specifically. But he did come by a lot. In terms of that service, good. But I did not like the whole paper plate deal, but I guess it makes somewhat
I mean, it's pizza,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah. But also we didn't have any napkins, and...
Yeah, our table didn't have napkins. But the dude who, like, gave the trivia questions, he was really funny.
Yeah. So let's move
So
on
nice.
to the highlight of the night, the trivia, at which we failed miserably. The trivia is
I'm
quite a
sorry.
treat, because when you get there, you don't really think of giving yourself a name for your trivia team. So we had the worst trivia team name. It was just something boring. It's much knowledge.
And
But-
we didn't have any knowledge.
Yeah.
Like any of
That
the
wasn't a very
categories.
ironic name for our team at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So everybody else had like something that was a pun of quiz, like what was it?
I don't know, there were so many, but like a lot of them were...
Well, Quizmodo Dragon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which was very creative names for a quiz team.
We'll do better next time.
I thought of one yesterday, but it's slightly controversial. I don't think I can say it on air. I'll tell it to you afterwards.
Okay.
It's not that bad, but I don't know. You don't know what you can say these days on air, and this is, this lost forever. So,
Off the record.
I'll say it off the record. In any case, very good set of questions.
Okay.
Except for the Harry Potter ones, I
Oh
felt
my
like
God.
if you're a very big Harry Potter fan, you'll find them to be easy. If you're like me and Hydee, Hydee has no Harry Potter knowledge. Sorry, Hydee, didn't mean to put you on the
Okay.
spot there.
I have very little, but they were asking very specific
They
questions.
were not.
They
They
were.
were asking things that the casual moviegoer should be able to. Because I am the casual moviegoer, and
I've only
I knew
ever
a lot.
watched like 2 movies, and like my friend loves Harry Potter, and she used to tell me about it, but she wouldn't specifically say things like, I don't know.
What the three-headed dog's name was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Or
guess so.
like the cat.
Yeah, but that's something that they mentioned in the movie. So if you're a casual moviegoer and you really like the movies, but you haven't read the books, you don't have to worry. You'd be able to answer this question. The place where it did get hard, though, was the truth or false question. It's like,
Oh.
do you know how long it takes a sloth to digest? Apparently, it takes
No.
up to 2 weeks.
Apparently
which
we didn't know.
I thought that was, I was like, okay, it takes long, like maybe 2 to 3 days, but 2 weeks? That's insane.
Or
It's
the
true.
other one with the
Is it-
snail.
Sleep, they go.
Sleep for 3 years. They could sleep for up to 3 years. Now tell me why a snail needs to sleep that long.
I don't know, I'm not a snail. I didn't speak to them either. I had a snail friend back in middle school, but we didn't speak anymore. Ever since I threw salt on his parents, he doesn't really call me. Other than that, I mean, it was also somewhat of a trick question because it was like, true or false?
Yeah.
A snail sleeps for 3 months. I'm like, I can
Yeah.
imagine that. I'm like, true. He's like, not, actually, it's false because not only do they sleep for 3 months, they sleep for 3 years. So that was kind of a trick question because they do sleep for 3 months, but they
it's
can
wrong
sleep longer.
because it's not the best answer.
It's like a chemistry quiz.
It was, and
Yeah.
you would think we would know.
We knew nothing.
We knew
then,
nothing.
Then the sports questions came,
not
and I knew that Canada's national sport wasn't hockey. I thought it was basketball because I know they're like, oh, we invented basketball, eh? And
what was it again?
it was lacrosse.
Yeah.
Why would you have lacrosse as your national, like, you want to be
Sport.
known as the rich kid game being your national sport? I was like, we're the country of privilege, eh?
A lot of those sports questions were not good. We should have pulled David for that.
Yeah, but no, yeah, he probably wouldn't be able to. I was like, hey, David, you want to come to the restaurant? No, I'm gonna be going to this basketball game.
Right. I'm doing a sports coverage.
Yeah, that
so
will
I
always
can't
be
come,
David's
bud.
answer.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, for those of you who don't, as most of you probably don't, David is one of our main sports correspondents, not for the podcast, for the newspaper, and which we are affiliated. So all in all, very good experience. Could recommend it to anyone, especially if you are of the drinking age. Then you will have a blast of time. Just make sure that you drive safely and that you are not buying the alcohol illegally.
Right. Or if you have very well-rounded knowledge, because they give a gift card at the end for the winner, and it sadly wasn't us. We didn't do good. But if you are good with like well knowledge of everything, you could test your luck and go for the grand prize.
Yeah, so all in all, very good. Only negatives, Korean barbecue pizza probably could be a bit better. Then have the napkins and stuff. And there was one other thing. Oh, the pizza prices
Oh, yeah.
are slightly expensive, but I'm guessing you're not, like, I mean, it's you know, wood fire pizzas, it's handcrafted. So the price is going to be generally, you know, a bit more expensive. But for a college student, and that is, you know, our target audience, it will be on, you know,
the pricier side. Yeah.
Definitely. Because you could, no, I almost made this mistake saying you could get a steak for that price, but if you get a steak for that price, you're getting a...
Good deal.
Yeah, there's some rubber in that steak.
Oh.
Yeah.
So put a number to it, Philip.
Okay.
Give it an overall number.
I will give it a rating of a 7.6.
Okay. I'll do like a 7.8 for like the total of everything.
And
You know,
that
the
brings us to a nice 7.7 rating for The Poor House. Now, you might be thinking, wow, I don't have the money to go and eat out. Well, if you really worry about your budgeting and what you spend your money on, I understand that you can't go to a restaurant, you know, during the week or even during weekends. Even if your parents are like, I might spot you $1 here or there. But something you definitely do have the money for is the yearbook. So go out and buy the yearbook before April the 29th. Because that is definitely something you need in your life. Because a pizza, that lasts one night. But a yearbook, it lasts a lifetime. Thank you.